This is a day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. Great morning to every one of you. Indeed, it is a good opportunity to be alive and well and in our right mind. God didn't have to make us live, but He did. And for that this morning, let's be grateful. Things may not go the way we want it to go. It may not be going the way we want it to go, but the fact that we have life, it's a great thing. And so this morning, I give God thanks for each and every one of you. And indeed, great morning to you, Sister Iris. I am fearfully and wonderfully made by God. Indeed, we are all fearful and wonderfully made by God. And in Him we live and move and have our being. And it's not because of any good that we have done. It's not because of any good that we have done this morning. But He chose to do it. If He wants to take our life, He can take it now. Whatever happens in our life, He caused it to happen. He allowed it to happen. So a lot of times we question God and ask why. But this morning, I'm convinced that nothing happens without His intervention. We may not know the reason things happen in our lives, but He knows. And hey, Yoga, what's up, sir? What's up? Good to have you. This morning, I am blessed with peace. I am blessed with joy. I am blessed with patience. I'm blessed with endurance. I'm blessed with perseverance. I'm blessed with boldness. I'm blessed with wisdom. I'm blessed with positive thinking. I'm chosen by God. I'm a royal priesthood. I'm a holy nation. I'm a peculiar person. I'm an ambassador this morning. I am unstoppable. I am rich. I am a winner. I am above only and not beneath. Situations will not define me. The outcome will not define my destiny. The negative outcomes in my life will not define my destiny today. I am stronger than I look. I am persuaded this morning that neither height nor depth, nor angels, nor principality, nor powers, nor anything will be able to separate me from the love of God in Christ Jesus. This morning, I'm thanking Him for His mercies. Yoga says, I am blessed too. Of course, you are blessed. You are blessed. You are here. You are standing on top of your grave. So you are blessed. You have the opportunity to change so many lives. And even if things not going the way we planned, we hoped, we wish, we still have an opportunity to make a difference in our situation, in our circumstance, in our surrounding. Why not choose to do so? Yoga, you choose to help persons to do yoga, to clear their minds and to get healthy, to keep healthy. Because clearing your minds is a healthy thing, because a lot of times our minds are clogged up, our bones, our muscles need stretching. So some of the time doing some yoga will help. I believe so. Calm your spirit all the way down. So We are all indeed blessed this morning to be here. I will jump straight into the word today. I have an urgent meeting, so yes, man. The affirmations it's just a great way to lift your spirit. I find it because when you're down and out, I just feel like, there's no word to explain how you feel. Just speaking those affirmations just changes mood and your spirit. It just change you. It's just change you. Change you. It just change you. So this morning, I'm sending you a big one to yoga, and I'm sending you, Sister Iris, a big hug and squeeze. Yes. I'm thanking God for each and every one of you this morning. You have been all my inspiration. You have been my motivator. You have been my encourager. You push me to get up, and do something. You push me beyond my limit. You push me to be consistent in something. And I love you all for that this morning. You allow me to come here as a safe space where I can talk to you and you can talk to me. How is your day? How is your morning? How has your week been? Let me hear from you. Sister Iris Yoga. Let me hear how it has been. How has things been for you? And as you type in the comment section, our topic this morning, how to recognize God's voice. Recognizing the voice of God. A boy worked in a temple. As a boy working in the temple, Samuel didn't recognize God's voice when he spoke to him. But later, as a prophet, he was the portal through which God spoke to an entire nation. Learning to recognize God's voice isn't a skill that is acquired overnight because he speaks to us at different times, in different ways, and in different settings. So some person will say God speak to them audibly. Some person will say God speak to them through the word. Some person will say God speak to them through me or you, meaning we will just give an exaltation, or we will just give an encouragement, or we'll just give a word. Coming here in the morning, I will just give a word, and it's like just like yesterday, one person said in the chat. I finished what I came to talk about, but after I just started to talk to you guys at the end, and it was there based on how I felt like ministering and talking. Somebody said, yes, you just gave me my confirmation, what I needed from God. No, this person has been asking God for a sign or a confirmation based on a decision they had to make. And they came right here and they heard it. Did God talk to them loud, audibly? No. So at times, God can talk to you through other people. God can talk to you through his word. So you pick up the Bible and you're reading it, and there goes the word that is speaking directly to you. It could be through a testimony. So maybe you are going through a trying time, and I come here and I'm saying to you right now, I was going through this trying time, and the exact or close to the same thing. You would have been going through the same thing and said, there's no way out. There's no end to this drama in my life. And when you hear me come and tell you, say, listen, you hear me say, listen, God take me through it. And if he take me through it, he can take you through it. Of course, you're getting your squeeze, Elvita. I'm sending virtual hugs and squeeze for all of you. Red Network. Reds, good to have you. Good, good, good to have you. We're sending virtual hugs for all of you. So recognizing God's voice, number one, it calls for maturity. It calls for maturity. Jesus said, the sheep follow for they know his voice. That's according to St. John 10, verse 4. Note, he said, his sheep, not his lambs, his sheep, not his lamb, knows his voice. Baby sheep following adult sheep until their senses are trained. So we need to be developed. When we are developed, we know and we recognize the voice of God. That means there grace for the immature. So if you are immature, you can still hear, you can still hear. But not all the time you will know it is God who's talking to you. Just like, I think it was yesterday I shared with you, there was a friend of mine who said, God used to just talk to her, but she was so immature. She didn't know and she didn't recognize, lack of knowledge. She didn't know what God who was talking to her. And now she's at a place, she's more mature in God, but she's not hearing the voice she used to hear. So she's now seeking after God so he can start speaking back to her. She's more mature, more understanding. So number one, it calls for maturity. Spiritual maturity, not maturity in age, no. Spiritual maturity. Number two means not being limited by your previous experiences. So you're not going to be limited based on previous experiences, that because you have been through, because this is how God spoke to me. He spoke to me audibly. So every time he's going to talk to me, that is how he's going to talk to me. No. So don't be limited by your previous experiences. It could be through the testimony. It could be through the word, or you may go on YouTube and you listen to a preacher preaching, or you may go to church or assembly, wherever you go and somebody's ministering and the word is through that word you get God talk to you. So it's not limited to just the experience that you have. When God spoke to Moses, a mountain shook. But that wasn't the only one. That wasn't the only way he spoke. You remember when he went down and he showed Pharaoh. He said, he talked to Moses and he said, throw down your rod. And again, when he went to part the Red Sea, he said, stretch out the rod. So he didn't shake Pharaoh's place. No, that's not what he did. So he has different ways. Whereas when he spoke to Elijah in a still small voice, voice. Remember Jacob when he spoke to him when he was sleeping on the rock in a dream. He speaks to us in different ways. So don't limit God and don't try to figure him out. I'm guilty of that. I am guilty of trying to figure out God. You ever feel like you're just guilty? You just feel guilty that you just are trying to figure out what's the next move when God said to you, be patient. Don't try to figure me out. So this morning, let's not try to figure him out. Let's be patient and wait on him. Things may not go as we planned, but I'm convinced he has something better in store for us. He can speak to you through your Bible, which I said before. Through those qualified to teach you his words. So through the Bible, through those who qualify to teach the word, through a song. Let me know, in recent times, how did God speak to you? So I'm naming some things here. I want you to tell me if God spoke to you through any of these in recent times. So it could speak to you in a still small voice, could speak to you through a testimony, who could speak to you to those who qualify to teach his words. He could do through a song, through a painful situation, and through your thoughts and desire when you are submitted to him. Which one of those have he spoken to you in recent times? He spoke to me just last night through a prayer. I was on a prayer meeting last night, and in the day, when I got up in the morning, in my spirit, I felt overwhelmed. I felt overwhelmed. I just said I wanted somebody to pray for me. I never felt like I wanted to do the prayer. And somebody came to my mind to call. And I said, okay, I'm going to start work first, and then I'm going to call the individual to pray for me. While I was there thinking, this other person came to me and said, call this one instead. I said, okay. When I went to start working, I just didn't remember to call for the person to pray for me. And even in my own thoughts, I was saying, Lord, just let them call me, just let them just call me and pray for me. I don't really want to call them. If you really talk to me, I didn't say it out, I say it in my spirit. I'm showing you how God spoke to me last night. And in the day, I saw the same person calling me who I wanted to pray for me, but I missed the call. So when I called back, I said to the person, is what God tell you to call and pray for me? And the person said, me want somebody to pray for me right now. We said, okay. And I shared with the person. We didn't pray. We didn't do any prayer or anything like that. So after work, I worked a bit late. And after work, I went to prayer meeting. In the prayer meeting, I wanted to send a message to the person who was leading the prayer meeting. To say, pray for that individual who said they really needed prayer. I wanted to ask for myself, but I said, no, I'm not going to ask for prayer for myself. I was going to text and ask for prayer for the person. But somehow I just lie there on the bed and was just listening in. And when the person who was ministering finished ministering, the leader started to asking somebody else to pray for different individuals. And guess me who they started to pray for? Whose name was called? Anybody can guess whose name was called? Whose name was called? I understand. No problem, traveler. We are still happy you made it. Yes, because you're good company. You're great company. We love having you here. All of you. I love having you all here. Trina name they called. I just right now I can tell you I am still teary-eyed this morning. They begin to pray for me. I did said I was going to call somebody to pray. I was just I was at that place that I don't know if you have ever been at that place that you don't feel like you want to really pray. You just want somebody to pray for you. And you don't want to tell them what you're going through either. You just want God to just tell them what you are going through. And sometimes when I come here in the mornings, I put out the best because you will have persons looking and waiting for even one word. And so sometimes when I come in the morning, I may not be at my best. But you see, when me done talk to Uno and Uno talk back to me, I can tell you my day gets better, my day gets brighter, my day gets lighter. So if one of you come, if it's two of you, if it is three of you, I appreciate you for just stopping by. And if nobody come, I'm still going to talk because listen, this word that I'm doing today, November 11, 2022, may be the word somebody need the next 5 years from now. And that's a beautiful thing about YouTube. You will have this here until I decided to remove it or if YouTube is no more. So maybe somebody needs to know God's voice. And when I sat there and I lie on the bed, there were just so many things going through my mind. There were just so many things going through my mind. I said, I just felt overwhelmed. And when the person said, I'm going to ask you to pray for Patrina, I'm like, oh my God. I did not ask for prayer. I did not say, please pray for me, because I think it was 2 Thursdays ago, the same kind of feeling came and I asked for prayer. I said, I'm not ask today. I'm not going to ask for myself. I was going to ask for the other individual. So the leader, sometimes what happens is sometimes you can ask for prayer directly, and there are gonna be times when God speaks to her for her to pray for different individuals on the prayer line. And thank God, he spoke to her for me. He spoke to her and said, let them pray for Patrina. And so that is as recent as last night. God spoke to me through somebody else. And I kept traveling. I said, Lord, thank you for putting people there to pray for Patrina. And please keep her under your banner of protection. You know what she needs, and you will take care of her. Thank you so much. Sylvita said, at times the encourager needs to be encouraged too. That's true. Sir Harry says, you have to be strong, my sister. I have to be strong. I have to be strong. Strong is my only option. Because we don't give up. We don't give up. We are fighters. Things may not go the way we planned or the way we hope, but we are fighters. I have fought many battles, and I'm still fighting battles. And I'm going to keep the faith because there's laid up for me a crown of righteousness that God has prepared for me. I am fighting this fight of faith. And even when I feel like I have no strength left, His strength is perfect when all my strength is gone. He'll help me up when I can't carry on. Raised in His power, the weak become strong. His strength is perfect. His strength is perfect. His strength is perfect when all my strength is gone. He'll help me up when I can't carry on. Raised in His power, the weak become strong. His strength is perfect. His strength is perfect. Do you believe His strength is perfect? I don't believe it. I know His strength is perfect. When all of my strength is gone, He'll help us up when we cannot carry on. Hey, Mixin, good to have you this morning. Thank you. Yes, I do sing on the choir. Well, used to. I haven't since the big C. I haven't done since the big C, but I love it. The final point is means of obedience in knowing God's voice. David says, I will take the joy in doing your will. When it comes to recognizing God's voice, it is your response. When I get around to it, if I get around to it, I'll think about it. Those are not the song, those are not the things that you'll want to say. Those, we want to reach at the stage that if He says go, then go. Mixing, I must also say, I see you are doing a great job yourself and what's the name again? Oh my God. Genius. Going over to Yard Boss and blessing them. And that's what we have to do, being servants of God. And if He speaks to you and said you need to get this for this person, yes, then do it. Then do it. Yeah, I lead sing. I lead sing as well. But we have to. And I mean, there's so many persons. That is why, sometimes some persons say they don't watch YouTube, or people don't understand. And I said it is something that we give. We are giving a service. We are giving back to people. Sometimes you will give back by me just talking here, having this conversation, giving back. You going out, you go, or you could have chosen not to do it, but you said, listen, he is in need. And so, even when you look and you see that you can walk, and Yardbird is in a wheelchair, and he didn't allow that to pull him down. We have a handicapped traveler here with us this morning, and he too is in a wheelchair. And handicapped traveler, don't make that stop him. When you see him here, he's so active in the chat, and he holds different offices in his assembly, leads different committee. You wouldn't know that. And he's also still giving back. He's giving back to society. So a lot of times, God will talk to us. We don't have to hear him audibly. Exactly. We need each other to survive. The song says, I need you, you need me. We're all a part of God's body. Stand with me, agree with me. It is His will for every need to survive. We are important to Him. I need you to survive. I pray for you. You pray for me. I love you, Isaac's family. I need you to survive. I won't harm you with words from my mouth. I love you. I need you to survive. It is His will for every need to survive. We are important to Him. I need you to survive. You definitely need me to survive. We can't do it alone. No man is an island. Okay. Thanks for that clarification, handicapped traveler. So, at the end of the day, guys, we need each other to survive. We need to know the voice of God. We need to listen to His voice. And if He speaks to us in whatever capacity, let us do it. Act now. Start now. I always say to you, start where you are, use what you have. If somebody is on your mind, then I encourage you, whatever is laid on your heart, just know God is talking. If it is just tugging at you, it's God who is talking to you and telling you to do something. Get up from where you are. Listen to that voice that is speaking to you. He's not going to tell you to do anything bad. Listen to that voice that is speaking to you. Use your experience to the maturity that you have. And I know for me, He speaks to me in many different ways. Sometimes it's the word. Sometimes there's this tug at my heart to do something, to call somebody, to bless somebody. And another time is through the ministering of a song, or through his word when somebody's teaching it. So for me, I think the only way I've not yet experienced would have been the audible voice. And it says we need spiritual maturity as one of the way in which we hear God's voice. So this morning, I'm going to wrap up now. Not going to go very far this morning. But I hope you were blessed this morning. Indeed, I was blessed, and I thank you all for your encouragement. I thank you all for the support that you continue to give to me. I thank you all so much. Just know I need you. I need you. I don't know if you need me, but I need you to survive, especially on this road, on this YouTube journey. I can tell you, it's not an easy journey. I'm doing this 1 year now, 1 year and 1 month. And my steps are tiny, my movements are tiny, but the good thing, I'm not stagnant. So I may not be moving fast as others do, but I'm definitely moving. And for that, I am grateful this morning. So God bless you. May his face shine upon you. May he be gracious to you. And have yourself a wonderful weekend. Have yourself a wonderful weekend. Do something special. Just do something that will not cost you anything financial wise, put a strain on you. Do something different. Go to the park, make some sandwich, go to the park with your spouse or your children and your spouse, with your family. Or those in Jamaica, go to a free beach. You know, I might go, I want free beach tomorrow though. Yeah, go to a free beach. Just go somewhere that's not going to cost you anything. Isaac's family, take the girls out to beach tomorrow. Just make some sandwich from home, go early in the morning and come back home by lunchtime. Do something different. Yoga, you're still here, sir? You are so quiet. Yoga, do something nice over the weekend, something different that's not going to cost you expense to spend a lot. Nothing that will take you outside of your regular budget, but do something different. Have a movie night at home. Just get some popcorn, turn up the TV, spread something on the ground, make it into a theater style. And tell the family in the morning we're going movie later. And get a nice movie for the family to watch. Amen. Traveler says we all need each other to survive. So Ari said blessings. We're sending back some virtual hugs. So all of you, yoga, you are the front of the line, yoga. You are at the front of the line for the virtual hugs. Selvita said, be kind because it's free. Ah, that is so nice. Be kind. You hear that, guys? I love that. Be kind because it's free. So, doing something different, you could actually go look for somebody who you haven't seen in a long while. I think I might do that. There's somebody who has been tugging at my heart over the last 2 weeks. I did not get the opportunity to go look for that person. I think I'm going to challenge myself to do that tomorrow. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. Be kind because it's free. Chef, you made it. You made it just as we're about to close off. But I'm sure you are here and you heard what we said for the weekend. Do something different that will not cost you anything outside of what you will spend regular. So we were giving some ideas. So you could actually have movie night at home with you and your little chef and your wife and anybody else in the family. You could have a jerk day. So the same chicken or that you would or barbecue day that you'll cook, just do it on the outside. Yes. So you're still getting a takeaway. Just do that. Or it could mean that you bless somebody with something. Just do something different that you would not necessarily do. You can go out together, go to the movie together if it's not going to cost you more than you would actually spend. So you do movie night regularly, so do something different. It could mean that you can visit a family or a friend together, somebody you probably haven't seen in a long while. Just surprise them with a nice visit. And you know you're not going to go empty handed or just take something out of the cupboard. When you go visit people, don't go empty hand. Take something with you. So this morning, I encourage you, do something over the weekend and come back and share with us on Monday, God's willing. Until then, guys, I see you. Yes, I like that one. Or even a games night. So it may not necessarily be movie, could be games night. Right? If any of you have ever played this game, ABC Fast or Slow, any of you have ever played that game? ABC Fast or Slow. Anybody know that game? That's a fun game. Think I'm gonna do a live one day and do some games nights. Games. ABC Fast or Slow. Anybody know that game? Yes. I love it. Sometimes when we do it at work, we have fun with it because sometimes some things where they write say the word start with not gonna say no, them just based on how the word sound. That's not how the letter, that's not the letter start the word, but them say so it sounds, so they're using that. It's a fun game. It's a fun game. So you can actually try doing that one. Okay, so I was there. Is it the three-person that you did the cooking with the other day when you were not allowed to barbecue anything? That's the one you were talking with. Is that the one, chef? Because I was live on that one. Chef Traveler and I were on that one. We were live on that one. So not that's different. And we all know as well that we have national, is it Thanksgiving Day it is? the November 29th, I think. What did you dub it that you will give back? So we all want to participate in that one. So what quickly, because I have a few more minutes, that I could actually share this game with handicapped traveler. How it works, you get a paper, get a piece of paper, and you write at the heading you have different columns. So you have boys, girls, animal, place, and thing. You have five of them at the heading. What you do, so each person have that on their paper. You said ABC fast or slow. You're going to ask the person or somebody in who is a part of the game. You ask them ABC fast or slow, and you say fast. So if the person tell you you must do it fast, you're going to say the ABC fast in your head. They're going to tell you start. They're going to tell you when to start and when to stop. Right. So when you stop now, if you stop at, say, for example, we stop at C. If it is slow, because you can't tell me, oh, my slow is. My slow could be A, B, C. That could be my slow, or it could be your slow. A, B, C, D. If it is fast, it could be A, B, C, D, E, F, G. It could be like that. And if you reach to the end and the person don't say stop, you continue saying it until the person said stop. Once you don't know, they're supposed to write under each of the heading, boys, girls, animals, place, and things. The letter. So if it is C, then we'd have to find a boy name start with C, a girl name start with C, animal name with C. You understand things like that starts it. And you give like a 10 marks for each correct answer. If you and somebody has the same answer, then you get only 50% of the mark. If you and four person have the same answer, you only get 25% of the mark, and so on. And at the end of the day, now you tally to see who gets the most points. It's a really fun game. It actually gets you thinking. It gets you thinking, trust me, and it really a fun day. So you could actually try it and see. You probably can do it games night at church, or in a family setting. So whichever works best for you. Okay, so you could actually try it. So I hope you understood it, because I think I'd explained it pretty well. So it's really a fun game. We love it. We do it because we at times at work we'll have huddle time. We try to huddle at work, even for 10 minutes or 15 minutes. And sometimes for huddle time we just do that game. And I mean, it have of cracking up, because as I said, sometimes some words people will write. Yes, even for animals, sometimes some things they write say it is an animal. We say that's not an animal, and they are insisting yes, it's an animal. You know, it's really a good one. The name of a place is a tricky one for me. Yeah, and the hardest one to find is animal, because you have to look for letters of the alphabet, and you're trying also to pick something that chances are nobody else would choose that answer that you have, because if somebody else chooses your answer, it means your point's going to be smaller. So that is the essence of it. You don't want to choose something. Sometimes you can't even write your own name, because most of the time person's not going to write your name, But some things, like for example, C, most people are going to choose cat, right? Most people are going to choose cat. So you have cow, but the first thing that comes to mind is cat. So this is it gets you thinking. So it's really, really a fun game. Yes. Yes. Both of you could actually play it still. Yes, yeah, exactly. See their confirmation. That's a confirmation. Both of you can actually play it and see. You'll enjoy it. I'm telling you, you're going to enjoy it. You'll be surprised to see some of the answers you will come up with and see that. But wait, we don't know not to start with T. What animal start with T? Oh yes, we have tiger, right? Tiger is the first thing that comes to mind, but there must be other animal that starts with T. Oh, you have turtle. What some person might say, turtle, no sir. People probably would remember that. The first thing that you remember would have been tiger. So that's how it is. But it's fun. I hope you try it. Come back and share with us if you actually do try it. All right. You could do it maybe at your church. They could probably do it in Sunday school for the smaller kids. Get them thinking. If it's not a large group, if it's not a large group, you probably could try. But have fun, guys, and I'll see you next week, God's willing. All right. And again, guys, if you all want to also continue to support my channel, one other thing I'm going to ask if you can do for me for the videos that on my channel who you have not watched, ask that you can assist by just watching them. My playlist, especially this playlist, Word and Affirmation, you can run that playlist for me to help with my watch hour. Those are very hard to come by. I know the subscriber will come later, so I encourage you that you can actually do that. Share with somebody, even if they don't want to subscribe right now. Ask them if they could still, watch the videos or just run the playlist for me to help build on my watch hour. That I'm over 1,000 watch hour now, so I give thanks for that, and I will appreciate that. All right, so thank you so much. Thank you for that, Chef. Thank you. I appreciate it. So it's bye, everybody, and I'll see you. Take care.